Coops, welcome to Video Chicken. To my left is my host, Kristen Warren.
I think this one really could be a male.
Oh, we got one that's hatching? This show is for you guys. This is the bass fiber. Y'all know chickens are the gateway drug into homesteading.
We survived with only one trip to the ER.
Coyotes are everywhere.
It's about time you show up, Matt.
It's a great straw.
It is time, finally, for chicken police. They defecate every 12 seconds. Is that true? Now it is officially noon because the buzzer went off.
Well, I've never counted.
That's long
More
road.
coops
That's a good one with the courts and everything.
and more chickens.
Well, the math you do now, Daddy, is chicken math.
Calm down, Matt.
But-
Calm down.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Video Chicken. Yes, we are live. Yes, we are back.
Yay!
This is the beginning of season 3, as Ingrid calls it. Happy New Year. It is 2023, January, was it 14th?
It's Friday the 13th.
Oh, dear, you're kidding me.
No.
Okay, what a way to come back on January, Friday the 13th, 2023. We are live. We are happy to see everyone coming back in. We have missed you guys as much as hopefully you have missed us. Kristen, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Welcome back. I was thinking about this morning. I can't remember the last time we did our show, but you were obviously back from France, so we already covered all that. You going to Europe and leaving us hanging here?
Well, you mean like a guilt trip?
Yes.
Those are good for a lot of play. So
Perfect.
go ahead.
Well, thank you for being here, and you were a little early today.
I was actually earlier than you think. I was in the car talking to a customer.
Yeah, very nice. Awesome. Also, like I said in the last show, we're going to try something new. We have the wonderful Ingrid on green screen. So when she starts delivering all her wonderful content, I'm like, yes, Ingrid, that is brilliant. I wanted to be able to just continue changing it up. I have begged and asked Ingrid to get a little out of her comfort zone. So I need everyone's support to say, yes, Ingrid, you look amazing. You are beautiful. Thank you. We want to see your face. Hopefully I'm right. But again, Ingrid, thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do behind the scenes, but more importantly, trusting me and forcing you to get out of your comfort zone again.
Okay. That was a perfect response.
Yeah, that's Ingrid, everyone. So today's going to be a lot of fun. I guess this is going to be like riding a bike. I mean, this is probably the longest pause we've taken from the show, maybe. And I guess we're just going to get right back into it, hopefully like we never left. I am trying earbuds, and I already don't like it, so I'll probably be complaining about that a little bit.
He's already grumpy.
Yeah, Francine says, look at your new do.
Yes, I am. I've grown the hair back out, trying to look like I thought a hippie. And
No,
Ingrid
it's
and
not a
Kristen are like,
hippie.
no, that's a very corporate look. I was like, I don't know if that's good. That's not what I'm going for.
Maybe it's the shirt. The collared shirt.
Yeah, that helps with the
Yeah.
corporate.
Yeah, truth be told, all my other shirts are dirty. So I was like, I guess it's time
Well,
to break out
you
the...
can't really tell, but I'm wearing the poop necklace.
Of course you are.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
The hemp and chicken poop in a little vial. You know,
boy.
I just want to make sure that it's with me always.
Represent. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think you could sell those. I really do. I believe that.
I'm working on a new promo for us. And I'm trying to find clips on like where you mentioned the poop necklace because we got to keep that in the beginning.
Yes.
We got to pay homage to the poop necklace.
Yes. So today is going to be an interesting show. Of course, I want to be able to answer any and all questions you guys may have. So if you have any questions or comments, please do that. Also, do us a huge favor, share the show, click whatever buttons you got to click to help promote and share the show. I know when we take a little hiatus and we come back, it takes a little while to build our audience back up, and I wish it wasn't, but you guys can definitely help us with that. Today, we're going to attempt something we've never done before, mainly because it is that time of year, and...
Sorry.
And...
No, I really just had a little illness over the
It looked like
weekend.
you got a little excited.
Oh, that too, maybe. I almost...
First of all, look at all the eggs that Kristen brought in.
Yeah.
Taunting everybody with her...
Flexing, you know?
With her,
Wow.
flexing. With
Look
her,
how rich you are.
Yeah.
With her laying hens while mine are still practicing.
Yeah, I'm seeing the numbers slowly tick up.
What kind of numbers? Price of eggs?
No, the number
egg
that I'm
numbers.
getting. I was down to 4 a day. Now maybe 5 or 6.
Well, it is that time of year, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep,
Chickens
there's-
are going to start ramping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Can't
coming.
wait.
I've noticed there's been a lot of questions coming in while we were gone about their chickens molting in the dead of winter, which they shouldn't, right? But they can.
Oh, mine do.
Yeah.
I have
Chickens
one right now.
Chickens break the rules.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah.
are excellent rule breakers. Probably one of the reasons why we love chickens.
Right.
So again,
I like to break a few rules every now and then too.
you are one of the biggest rule breakers I've ever met. And things I can't even say legally on the air, I'm sure, would get you in trouble. See, you would just never expect it. It's kind of like a fun fact about you. Anyways, Francis.
Yeah, we have a little update on Francis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Go ahead. Hold on. Francis. Francis. Where's our drama music? We
Right
haven't
there.
played the drama music in a while. Go ahead.
But this is not funny.
I wasn't trying to be funny, but it's
I
still
know.
drama. When is
Sorry.
drama ever funny?
Well, I do have some sad news. Francis has passed away, and I did take him into the state lab for a necropsy, animal autopsy, and it came back that he had Merrick's. So in the chicken world, that's very sobering.
Yeah.
Because Merrick's, although it is very common, it's pretty much everywhere. It's contagious and 100% fatal. So, although that might sound like, oh no, all of her chickens are doomed, there are vaccinated chickens and even unvaccinated chickens tend to get natural immunity over time if gradually exposed. So,
Yeah.
for instance, the other bantams that were obviously not vaccinated, the ones I hatched myself, everybody else seems to be doing well.
I heard from a vet under Dr. Crespo that usually about a year and a half, they've been exposed enough and have a natural immunity to Merrick's. So usually, so when I had one that died of that, they can do like feather tests for your flock, to see. But he said most of them were of an age. Like I knew Midge was old enough, so she was my biggest concern. So yeah, and we're sorry because Francis was a really amazing.
He really
chicken.
was very, very, very special.
Oh, he was becoming a hit.
Yeah.
You know, I know
Yeah.
this is hard for you, and it sucks.
It is.
So
It is.
it's so nice that someone's actually already inquired about Francis. You know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So so some bad news there, and that was when you came back because you just went on another vacation. Was that right? That was right before you went on your last vacation, right?
Right.
Or is that okay? I couldn't remember if that was something you came back to. If you guys, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it or not. Let me know. I did tweak a couple settings. One, we bumped up to 60 frames per second. So hopefully that's not going to screw up the streaming. If it is, let us know. Also, I turned on the notifications for every time there's a comment. We can hear it. I'm already annoyed. So
Okay.
we got.
Well, Ben said, "Who will poop on Matt now?"
Don't worry, we've got lots of backups.
Yeah,
And we might be ordering some right now.
Yeah, I think.
Well, right. So I don't know if I even got into that. So one of the things I wanted to do today is it is that time of year to, if you're going to get baby chicks and you're going to order them, now's the time because they sell out so fast. And we talk about this a lot when people ask, where do I get baby chicks? And we talk about the, 2 or 3 different options. One of my favorites is, especially early in the season, is to order them online. I got to turn off that notifications. It is driving me nuts. Can you guys let me know if you hear it? It's like that little. If not, then it won't bother me so much. But definitely keep the comments coming in.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because I never ordered chicks online. So now, this is not when they would send them, though, right? Would they wait? Is it like when I order perennials or onions?
All your questions will be answered in today's show. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. Is I thought it'd be fun to share our screen, go on a couple hatchery websites, and I haven't even looked yet this year.
I haven't either.
And that was kind of what I love about this show is you're going to go along with us and we're going to attempt. I'm not saying I'm going to. Nan already kicked her door in, if that's an option, going, we're not ordering any more baby chicks until that coop is out front. I guess sometimes I get to break my own rules. I want to order some baby chicks today. And I want to share with the world, here's what you do if you're ordering baby chicks. And I'm not saying our way is the only way, but I figured you guys will see it. And it's actually a very simple process. And, we talked a lot about when ordering them, if you're trying to get certain breeds, it has a lot to do with when they're hatching and will they be hatched at the same time, because they want to go into a box and be shipped overnight. Right?
Right.
So we're going to look at...
Or 2-day mail.
Well, it used to be overnight. Then it went 2-day mail. And then there was a whole catastrophe that was happening, if you remember, during COVID, where baby chicks were dying like crazy.
Because of the mail delays, yeah.
Yeah.
We have
Is the lighting
questions.
off or is Matt super tan? And that's Misty. Misty also, I noticed in our social media, has reached out and asked people if they're willing to go in on a pallet of hemp to go out to the West Coast. I did want to mention that today. I think that's a fabulous idea, and we are all about making a win-win. So, Misty, I appreciate you asking that question on social media. I'm not sure if anyone got back to her, but we'd love to try to make that happen if we can.
There's another little housekeeping item. I love his face. I like the way you look at me. So Matt didn't mention this, and we didn't make a big deal out of it, but we donate a lot of hemp to a local rescue here in North Carolina called Blind Spot Animal Sanctuary, and they're a wonderful, wonderful organization. They deal with a lot of farm animals, pigs and goats, and they're just wonderful. I've known about them for years. I've donated to them, but we had a lot of hemp that you didn't want to sell, or broken bags, things that we couldn't sell because the bags were broken open in shipping or whatever. So, right?
Yes, you're exactly right. Yeah, we do a lot of donations. Very seldom do I go public with it because I don't like to be that person.
Right, so the reason why I'm bringing it up, well, one, I'm your marketing director, and two, is because somebody wanted to donate hemp. Like, she wanted to buy hemp through us to donate to them, which I thought was just wonderful. So I'm going to reach out. I don't know if there's any kind of logistics where that can be a tax-free type of thing for her to make, so I know like Amazon has like wish lists where you can buy Amazon products and have it shipped to a shelter or a rescue organization. So I want to find out if Blind Spot has something like that, or how they want to do this, or it might just be a question of this person wants to like once a month buy a bale of hemp to donate to ship to Blind Spot.
That is amazing.
I know, isn't
that is awesome.
I know. Our fans are so great.
Yes, let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
Because that also, I would love to see what we can do to kind of tag along with the donation, I guess.
Right.
What happened was we've started a monster. We have started a monster about the expectations of industrial hemp bedding. And I'm proud of that. And what we've done is we have created this picture that if you're going to have hemp bedding, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be dust-free. It needs to be whatever. And our customers hold us accountable to that, as I want them to. But the fact of the matter is, hemp is organic. It is a plant that grows out in the middle of a field and has to be harvested just like wheat, just like corn, just like hay. And they roll it up, and things don't always go to plan. So long story short, they put them in these big rolls, and then they get it back to the plant. And if it sits outside too long, the outside will start to get dark. Mm-hmm. It's just natural. And we got a bunch of hemp on the last truck where it was really dark, because when they processed it, something must have happened where it was just darker. And it doesn't mean it wasn't going to work the same. However, I knew we would have some very upset customers, and God knows the last thing I ever want is an upset customer. So we donated it to a local animal shelter. So I'm glad you brought that up. Super nice people, and they are. She actually sent me a text saying how much they love it.
Yeah, she tagged us on Instagram with the goats and stuff enjoying, and then she said that Carolina Coops has ruined all the animals for like bedding now, because she's like the volunteers love it. It's so soft and it's so absorbent. So
exactly, and I've warned them about that. I warn our customers that once you try it, there's a reason why people just keep buying it. But also, speaking of that, I'm not sure if we can even touch on the other subject when it comes to bedding, another source of carbon. Are we allowed? I want to bring that up, but we need to make some final decisions today. And of course, I love when our viewers out there give us a little bit of feedback. Actually, they're going to give us a lot of feedback on this one.
Well, you can. I mean,
Yes,
there's no like NDA there, so.
And have I told you? Yeah, you were a part of it. Okay.
I'm running my own tests at home.
Right. Okay. So, boy, this is going to start. I know I'm going to be crucified for this, but hear me out, everyone. We were approached by a company out of Canada, right?
Yes.
They sell a straw called Healthy Straw, and you can go to their website right now and check it out. Great people, and I love what they're doing is they are selling straw just like we sell industrial hemp bedding. And one of the reasons why I was always not a huge fan of straw for bedding is when you take just regular old straw, it's not going to be ideal. Will it work? Sure, but it's nothing compared to industrial hemp. What they have done is they figured out a way to process the straw, so they split it open. And doing a little bit more research, I realized it's just like hemp. When you open up the straw, the inside of the straw plants, and hopefully I'm using the right words, is actually absorbent. It's the outside of the straw stalk that is very waxy and repellent. So their claim to fame at Healthy Straw is that by literally ripping open all those tubular things of straw and actually chopping it up in different lengths, it becomes a great source of bedding. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to learn more about this. I love offering options to our customers. But at the same time, I can see people going, Matt, you've told us for years, don't ever use straw, only industrial hemp bedding. And I'm still going to stand by that. However, now that they are processing it in a certain way, there is a chance that it might be a benefit for certain customers. I am going to predict that hemp is still the best ideal product, especially for the deep litter system. The advantage the hemp may offer, and here's where we're going to try to make a win-win. It's going to be cheaper up front. But it reminds me of gas and diesel. You
just said the hemp would offer, you mean the straw?
The straw will be cheaper up front. Less expensive, as Nan will say. Stop saying cheaper. She's right. It's going to be less expensive, so it reminds me like gas and diesel. And people that don't have diesels don't understand this. Diesel per gallon actually costs more than gasoline, but you get a bigger bang for your buck when you use diesel. And that's why it's green. That's why it's better and it's more powerful because it takes less to get more. I feel like Healthy Straw is going to be the gasoline, if you will. It's going to be a little bit cheaper. But it'll do the job, but you're probably going to need more and you're going to have to change it out more. So if you value your time, it may not be the choice for you. But we're negotiating with the company to see if this is something we're going to offer at a price that people are going, let me try that. And there's great reviews on this stuff. So what I talked to Ingrid about, and I guess we never finished the conversation, and I don't want to bore everyone out there. I thought about buying a truck, selling it, and see what our customers think, because they're the best guinea pigs. They put it to use.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great for the run. I think it's great for ducks. I think it is great. I put it outside the coop area to kind of absorb, because it's just kind of muddy. We've had a lot of rain here to kind of tamp that down. So I think there's even not in the deep litter. I think there's other. Oh my God, I hate this. So not even in the deep litter.
I'm going to keep trying.
I know.
Go on.
Not even with the deep litter. It's not using it for deep litter. I think there's a lot of uses for it.
I used it for baby chicks.
Yeah, that's another perfect thing
and it was
for
great.
Like a brooder, because it's not dusty. I mean, it's packed tight, and I emptied that, and there was no dust. I mean,
yes, and we get so hung up on this dust. Chickens take a dust bath.
No, I know, but I mean, if you have allergies or any kind of thing, or like when you're
you.
doing the brooder in your
you.
house, like Kristen likes to do, and you know how it's always so dusty from the baby chicks.
Yeah, I got to stop that.
Anyway.
So anyways, that is something that's going to be coming up very soon. And, you know, when we have these meetings and we're talking about the pros and cons to everything, and just always trying to build our business, and our idea is to offer our customers a product that we love, but also give them options. Sometimes we get ourselves in trouble because I tell you, we spend more time talking about bedding than we do, it seems, chicken coops.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, which is fine.
We got the chicken coop thing down.
Thank you. I would agree with that almost. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but so that's what might be coming up, and just pay close attention. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but I have a feeling it's going to happen a lot sooner than we think.
Yeah, because I'm not busy. So we had a couple questions. So someone was asking of how you get that egg holder that's on the desk. That's called a skelter. And you can, if you just Google egg skelter, there's a lot of places.
Well, where did you get it?
I got it as a gift 10 years ago, and it's been sitting on my fridge.
I have
pretty
one
much all
that
this
is
time.
similar, but much more narrow and higher because I have not as much counter space. So it's really a tight spiral. But the one thing you have to realize is sometimes you'll take one and then like they start coming out. I've cracked a few that way, but because of what it does, it's see you don't have as much of an incline. So mine roll much more, but those are great for storing eggs.
So speaking of eggs, I'm sure everyone knows this unless you're living under a rock. The price of eggs. Now, I don't go grocery shopping, thank God. But I've watched the news, and the price of eggs is through the roof. The last I saw in some places, it was like over $8 a dozen. And I believe, so they say, it's a result of the avian flu.
It's a couple of factors. I looked it up this morning because I wanted to be informed.
I don't know what we do without Ingrid. Her show prep is top notch.
Go ahead, Ingrid. Why
No,
is the price of eggs through the roof?
It is because of the avian flu. That's definitely a factor. It's not the only factor. So I keep.
Tell me what the other factors are, please.
The fuel prices, so transportation, packaging, and livestock feed.
Oh.
So they all. I mean, it's definitely the avian flu. Definitely has taken out a lot of commercial poultry places where, I think it was like 60 million chickens that had to be euthanized. And I might be wrong on that.
It's a lot, yeah.
But it's so, and also with things, you don't often feel the effects of things right away. So obviously, eggs that you buy in the supermarket are sitting on the shelves for a while, correct? So all these things build up, and now we're at a place where it's like, the people with chickens are like all the memes about like Scarface with a bunch of egg cartons.
I saw a husband and wife team on TikTok. They're acting like they're drug dealers weighing out the eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Amount of I knew something was up because of the amount of memes that were coming my way, and that's that's always the best way to judge what's going on in the world is what memes come your way.
There was a great TikTok where this woman like opens the door and she's like, "Did anyone follow you here?" It was like, she's just looking around and then she gives them like the eggs. She's like, "All right, shh, don't tell anybody."
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm assuming just like everything else, the prices will come back down. But
I figured it was because of the replacement. All of those chickens that they had to cull because of avian flu. It takes. We all know it takes 5 months,
Right.
to replace a lost chicken to laying age.
Right.
And this is about that time period.
Right.
Since they culled all those.
So you're predicting it's going to be about 5 months before we start seeing the price of eggs go down.
Well, there's
if ever.
Makes sense.
I mean, they may just stay up.
I think I think it depends on the different factors and how much of a factor it is in the different places. But yeah, I mean, you're right. They're still dealing with the avian flu in some places. So I saw an article that's like in Pennsylvania where they're like, keep your chickens indoors. I'm like, show them, I got to bring them in. That's what they say.
I saw a thing on the news. I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this. And they were showing an alternative solution.
Both are right.
Thank you. To store-bought shelled eggs, and that is getting the eggs in a carton where it's all battered or beaded, if I'm saying that right. And to me, that kind of grosses me out when I think about the shelf life of food. If it's really, really long, it's probably really not food. It's all the other things they put in it. But I have zero experience with that stuff where it's in
an egg beater. It's called egg beaters.
Okay.
Right? And that's that we're talking about. It's like
Yeah,
a
and
milk
this
carton, and it's just basically like scrambled egg.
Yeah.
Thing.
And actually, I think about it. The guy in the news used the same number you just used. He goes, it'll last 5 months.
I could grow a chicken by then.
That is interesting. So
I don't use those, and I prefer my food to be as natural as possible. And I don't think our listeners use that if possible. My mom just told me that she read some study that said eggs are healthier when you eat them as close to natural as possible. Like a fried egg is healthier than a scrambled egg. Because it's something happens when you mix it up.
Yeah, and a scrambled egg usually has milk in it.
So that's why in Rocky, You know?
Yeah.
We all remember that scene.
Yeah.
He just starts eating raw eggs. And my mother has put the fear of God in me about anything raw eggs. And I watch you make brownie batters with your kids one time, and you guys are eating the batter before it was even baked. I'm like, my mother has instilled in me never eat raw batter. You're like, I'm just the
And
best
we
part.
have never, ever
sick.
gotten sick.
I know. Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So you've missed out on a life of raw batter.
Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
it's
There's
still-
a reason I love to bake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have before we get into the ordering chicks, I don't want to, because you don't like when I don't get to people's questions.
yes, I want to get, because this is for them. I
know.
love when they chime in.
So DM asked, how far out to build a coop in Colorado? And I guess that depends if it's a turnkey versus
Yeah, there's so
shipping.
many variations.
So can we give people an update on where we are? Turnkey, shipping?
Fact of the matter is, correct me anywhere I'm wrong. I'm not sure if Nan's back listening. I'm sure she'll chime in. We have really caught up on our lead time for shipping out a coop or just building a coop in the shop. Where we are still behind, and it's got another great problem, is our turnkey. We just cannot keep up with the amount of turnkeys that we have to do. So I'm trying to hire another crew. So we'll be up to 3 road crews just to help keep up so people aren't waiting so long. But I tell you, life on the road is tough. There's so many things. It's like the coop they're doing right now, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to go out there and do a video. They're out in the mountains of Asheville. And it's just the weather. Just you lose a day here, here, and here, and it adds up, and there's a domino effect. So to build a coop in Colorado, I'm assuming she's asking, hey, if I was to order a coop from you, how soon can you guys be out here to turnkey it? I don't want to answer that right now because it's ugly, but it's not accurate. That should hopefully flip and shorten very soon.
It's ugly and inaccurate.
Yeah, each time.
But the good news is if you order an American coop, you can get it in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that, so-
that's
We are
fantastic.
crushing
Or,
it.
That was
or most other coops.
That was
Yes.
pre-pandemic ship dates, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I remember doing a whole post about that, like we're shipping them out in a month.
Yes. And if things keep going well, my goal is ships today. I want coops. If you order a coop, I want the sales team to say it'll ship today.
Can't get much better than that
That's right.
because you can't say it'll ship yesterday.
Right.
Here's a good comment. Instead of a golden egg in your hemp, they'll include a real egg. Because the eggs are so expensive. Maybe it was my
sorry.
delivery. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I'm not very
stumbled.
good with jokes. I'm awful. No, that's good. Yeah, and my daughter this morning, she was, Matt, Daddy, when are you going to do that golden egg?
Yeah.
Yeah. We do need to do all that. I need more help getting caught up on all these great ideas that we have.
And somebody asked, and I don't know if this is the same person, they live in the mountains of Vermont. It gets very cold, and we have snow 7 months out of the year. Which coop and what breed of chicken would you suggest for a first-timer?
All right, so let me answer the coop part, and you can answer the chicken part. And I'm actually glad that question came up because we have had a couple situations happen this winter that we just have to keep addressing and implement this solution standard across the board. It's going to increase the price, but this solution is not much because I don't like, again, anytime a customer's like, oh my gosh, look what's happening. If you have a chicken coop in a certain area and you are up north and you get a certain type of snow at a certain type of temperature and the wind is blowing, there are chances where we have to have the hen house ventilate, the snow can get in. And it's not the end of the world for your chickens, okay? It's not like it's going to kill them. People forget how perfectly developed chickens are for cold temperature, all right? But there are solutions that I think we're going to make standard for coops above a certain latitude that you put in that foam insert, but you're going to decrease the amount of ventilation you're going to have inside your hen house. And we're already seeing it where some customers are heating their hen house and they're heating the run, and next thing you know, it's raining inside. So you got another reason why you do not want to heat your hen house. You're going to create condensation. And the last thing you're going to want is to be a chicken with water dripping on you, and then you go down into the run, you're going to get frostbite. So still trying to explain to people, chickens do so well in cold temperatures. They can literally instantly make their own down comforter jacket, and it's like we've talked about this before with sweaters. People think, oh yeah, put a sweater on them. You make it so they can't build up that R value around them. It just drives me nuts.
Also, we have our winter storm shields. So, so any one of our coops would be good, I would say, to answer her question.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
And that we should also, I know, that's why I'm here. So, and, but also you can get the winter storm shields, which will keep the snow out of the run. So you'll have a nice dry spot and chicken. Chris and I always say for like a first timer, like one of our favorite coops is a 6x18 American. It's just probably it's a great coop.
But it was just recently someone on the Carolina Coops owner forum on Facebook, and it has nothing to do with us. But if you are on that or you go to that, I wish people would say this is not a Carolina Coop, but I just somehow got on here because there's some coops that, again, I love when people build their own coop, but I don't want people to get confused. There was a customer of ours that had storm shields, and she sent us pictures of that snow got inside her run that I've never seen before in my life.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I need to get back to that. Actually, I forgot about it, unfortunately.
Was that through the ridge vent?
It had to be. Like, if it blows just perfectly, you're going to get snow in there. It's not the end of the world. But it's perception, and of course, we're trying to make everything perfect. But yeah, to answer the question, any of our coops will do well in Vermont. But there are some things that we are probably going to add across the board when you're putting your coop together that you should use if you're in northern areas. It's still going to ventilate, but I just can't emphasize enough the importance of your hen house being able to breathe.
Yeah, and I think it's important that if people have these concerns when they're ordering the coop, when they're talking to all of us that they talk to when they buy a coop, is to bring this stuff up, and then we can kind of customize it where you'll feel, give you options and stuff, so where you'll feel like maybe a hen house door, maybe, whatever it is. Like there might be little things that we could do that will make you feel better or that would be recommended.
Or I can put it in the manual.
Yes.
Or the customer handbook.
Yes.
I'm putting a lot of details and such in a new document.
Wait until that's done.
And Kristen, what chickens? I know somebody asked something about a Wyandotte I don't know if it was the same person, for a Wyandotte for the cold, which I think.
I think I wouldn't limit it, really. I mean, all of these chickens are good for cold, except for
I would say
the
like,
silkies are not.
Right. And I would say also if you do get a lot of cold, maybe not a leghorn. Because
right, the large comb.
The really large combs. So the Wyandottes have the, rose comb? Is that what it's called, the Wyandottes they have?
Yes, and all of the Brahmas.
The Brahmas, the Easter eggers or Easter eggers with the puffy cheeks. So Brahmas are good. They have booted feet. So I think it's just, you want to kind of avoid a large comb and a silky. And maybe not a Polish. I don't know. How do Polish do?
They're crested. I mean, I think they do.
I think they'd be
in my
fine.
coop.
Okay, it's just the silkies then. I don't know. I don't have any of those.
Just because the silkies' feathers are not normal, so they don't provide the warmth that the other chickens have.
Oh, speaking of that, and I don't know if this is true or not. I hope one day we can actually prove it. I was reading something, and it might have been our dear friend Lisa Steele at Fresh Eggs Daily. I was reading one of her articles, and she does such a great job. And this is what I love about her. She keeps it so simple. And here's the real deal, people. And I know there's people out there that beat her up, and they shouldn't, because she is being so sincere, upfront, and honest about her experiences and what she's learned with chickens. And that is great information. And one of them was that a hen, on average, gives off 10 watts of power, if you will, that they become their own heat source.
Oh, sure.
And that is such a good point that I always forget to mention. Because when you pick up a hen, I mean, they're warm. And she got into the number.
And cuddly.
So if you think about it, if you got 10 chickens, that's 100 watts of warmth. And again, the chickens have already figured it out. We as human beings do such a good job at screwing things up, thinking our dear pets are humans, and they're not.
Anthropomorphic. Whatever. I'm not going to try it again.
So yeah, let's get through some comments. I do want to get talking about what I wanted to talk about today, and I hope we get to the point that I wanted to get to, and that is order some baby chicks. But I want to show you guys what I go through trying to make decisions.
Yeah, and one thing just about the cold weather is that I've noticed my chickens kind of bunch together. I sent actually a picture to Kristen with my little bantam that was like under the feathers, under the wing of my.
Do you have that to
Barbara.
share?
It's on my phone. I can share it later.
That was a great
But
picture.
yeah, but so they do, and then in the summer they're all like they got their wings spread out because they need the air. Yeah,
Like this. And they even walk around like this.
And before I forget, the DM, I think she said in Colorado.
yes.
I mean, this is a joke. I guess I gotta be careful everything I say because people hold me to it. But we used to tell customers that are in green states, our road crew has an incentive to go there as quick as possible. So we called it the green incentive or the green discount.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So she said you can choose one that's already, like it doesn't have to be a turnkey probably. It could just be, but she might want us to install it.
yes,
so I'm
just
not
give us a
sure.
call. If you're talking about a custom coop or whatever, just give us a call. We got 3 salespeople now full time. This is just what they do. So hopefully the phones are being answered. I know sometimes everyone's on the phone, we miss it, but just give us a call.
So she said she wants us to build it. So Sharon McVeigh said, one of my chickens laid the weirdest thing last week. It wasn't like an egg. It looked like an embryo. Can I send a picture to you for any ideas of what it is? And someone commented further down that it could be a lash egg.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it could sometimes they lay like weird eggs in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah,
but
definitely in the beginning.
I've seen it where there's no shell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I get a few of those
Yeah.
every now
and
and
that
then.
looks like, the shellless. It just has like the membrane. It's soft.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like weird. Sometimes they have weird calcium deposits in weird place. So
Or it's just small, or the pigments not evenly distributed.
Right. And people need to understand that is normal.
Yeah. It's
We
just
have-
a misfire.
We have gotten in this habit that we walk into a grocery store and if the food doesn't look perfect, something's wrong. And that's happened for so long that when we do start to say, you know what, maybe Matt's right. Maybe I should get chickens and get out there. It's normal to have a misfire. It's normal to have an egg that's going to have a weird shape. A lot of times it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the egg. People just forget that.
Do you want to order some chicks and then get back to questions?
No, let's keep. I'm so happy. 96 people. I'm so happy to come back normally. So help us get over 100. But my goal is to keep on growing the show. And hopefully very soon, Ingrid's going to solve the riddle where now there's a beta to be able to stream through our hub here to TikTok and Instagram. I can't wait. Let's keep going through the comments. But I do want to, we'll get to it. I promise.
Okay. So Laura, our friend Laura, says, I want more chickens. I have 5 1-year-olds and I have a 6x12 coop, like the American coop. I'm using deep litter. I don't free range. I don't free range. We'll be adding more to the run. I'm sorry. How many more can I add? So right now she's got 72 square feet if she's not free ranging, which is not a lot.
And she's already got 5 1-year-olds.
Yep.
The general rule is 10 square feet per chicken in a run.
Yeah.
So 2.2. 2 standard and 1 bantam.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Not many.
when
not
you
many.
crowd them, it's just they
Such a bad idea. You don't want to do it. Make your run bigger or start to experiment with free ranging. Everyone's got predators.
Yep.
She said she was adding more to the run.
And a lot of people, I've seen other people do what I did, whereas we make an area outside of the coop
Yep.
that you can kind of put poultry netting on it. So you don't have to build like a covered run, but you can have an area. And that's what I try to tell people because I think that's the most inexpensive.
Right.
You could use, like regular fencing and U-posts and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be something beautiful and fancy and expensive, but it's something that give them more space.
And of course, then she goes on and asks another very important question. Then how do you add them easily?
Easily is the key.
Yeah. We have lots of information on the website about that. I've done it. I've done like 2 blog posts. You can do it with a broody. You can.
The best thing to do is do it with a broody. If you're talking easy and the way nature's intended it.
Yep.
But
Otherwise, it's not easy.
especially if you're not free ranging.
Yes. Because that's the biggest problem is because if there's not enough room, then the new ones are going to get mercifully picked on and it's going to be bad. I always find that people like Kristen, who has a large area, can add chickens like nothing. Like
Right.
It's no big deal. For me, who has it in a smaller area, they're real territorial. So that's another reason why you always want more area. But, somebody used a question. So, should chicks for consideration for or against be vaccinated for Marek's and coccidosis? Does it matter if it is for laying or for meat? Thanks and welcome back.
Can't touch it. Can't touch it. No. You guys, I'm not touching that one. I always get myself in trouble. But
I've had a mix of vaccinated and unvaccinated chickens throughout the years and never had an issue.
now,
So I mean, I'm sure it helps,
Yeah,
right?
You run the risk
Yeah.
without having them vaccinated for Merrick's. But like I said, once they get to be a year and a half, it's out there anyway. And
Yeah.
of course, the vaccination isn't 100%,
That's right too.
depending on.
It isn't.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not.
just like any vaccination. It's not 100%. You're
It's
just
not.
trying to put the odds in your favor.
But I don't think it affects eggs or meat, though.
No, but there are medications that you give your chicken for whatever that they will say egg withdrawal, and don't eat the meat and stuff like that.
But yeah, this vaccination is always done on day 1 or 2.
Yep.
Like that's I think the only time you can give it, and they're laying eggs 5 months later, so
and a quick
there's
teaser.
no issue there.
A quick teaser, and I'm going to word this all wrong, but our dear Emma, who we've hired on 3-4 months ago, who does all the purchasing now to make sure we never run out of materials. Her father is some expert for a chicken place, a well-known chicken place, and his expertise is in the medical part of it. Does that make sense? I don't want to use the wrong words. And he's been asking and requesting to come on.
Really?
Because apparently he's this is what he does. And Emma said we'll hit it off because I guess he's, I'm sure, quite the character, I guess. So don't let me forget that. I want to bring him on and hear it from what he has to say from the commercial side of things. I have no idea what he's going to say, but I always love to try to hear what everyone has to say. And
Yeah, I love to have people that we have no idea what they're going to say.
yes.
Yeah, especially a
Right.
commercial application that has very little to do with backyard chickens.
I know, but it's still chickens. It's still medicine. Imagine what they have to say about vaccination,
Well,
right? Why not? Why not? No, bad idea.
No, she's just saying that what people do in the commercial field might not necessarily be something that
They
would
use
translate for a backyard chicken.
They
Right.
use a lot of medicines because of the conditions that
But-
we don't need.
Right, but we can probably someone that actually has to deal with this a lot would probably have an interesting perspective on answering that question. That's all.
Okay.
Or Dr. Crespo.
Exactly. And we need to bring Dr. Crespo back
Yeah,
on.
I told her she's going to come back in she said like by January.
People are asking about ducks like crazy,
Yeah.
which I'm happy about. And I love ducks. To me, they're my favorite eggs. This whole duck dipper thing, we need to get to the bottom of it because there's 2 different opinions, and I can't wait to hear what Dr. Crespo has to say about it.
Okay, do you still want more questions?
Yeah. Keep going through it. Where are we at?
We're here. Rodney McVeigh. I'm using 1x2s. I built storm windows to insert a run in each panel. Each one has plastic stapled to the frames instead of the actual Douglas fir wood. Yep, you can make your own. Someone asked, what about the opposite with hot weather and chickens?
Thank you.
Which is the biggest concern. Really.
Yes, it's the heat that stresses and kills chickens. That's why if you look at all of our hen house designs, we maximize cross ventilation from in all different directions. That is so incredibly important. Having a solid metal roof over the entire structure helps keep the chickens cooler because it reflects the heat better than your typical roofing materials. And then the other big one is, I love to say, the size matters. Our coops are so big for a reason, and one of them is so you have room for air. If you think about if you're in this little tiny box, it's going to heat up really quick, even if there is ventilation. But the more room, the better. So,
If she's asking about breeds, I would think
sorry.
that there's no really limitations for. I mean, there's no breeds that are too heavily feathered for warm weather. It's more how you deal with the weather for the chickens.
I would agree with
not
that.
Not necessarily
but-
which breeds.
But if we had to pick some out, which we got to talk about here, supposedly I've been told, and this makes perfect sense, the turkin or the naked neck, which is not a cross between a chicken and turkey. It just looks like a turkey because the thing is so ugly. It's a chicken where I've been told that they bred them to get rid of the feathers around their neck so they can just help escape even more heat.
Really?
Come on.
They didn't just breed them to look like that?
Oh,
Yeah,
my God, I hope not.
Yeah, that's weird.
I wouldn't want people in the South, all over the South, to start having turkins.
Our customers have turkins. They
I know
love
they're
them.
they're
It's a Rhode Island Red,
know.
I guess, with no feathers on the neck, and they do extremely well by getting the heat off of them. And they've been great egg layers.
yeah.
well, Rhode Island Red with neck feathers do great too.
I agree with that.
All right, so where are we? Okay, so okay. Let's jump. Okay, actually, I don't. If Ingrid, don't share it yet. Unless, are you ready? You got some of the websites up?
Yes.
Okay, let's just jump right into it. I'm
Well,
going to explain.
I was just going to get them up here, and I didn't. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start.
So go ahead and share the screen so our
That's
viewers know what the hell's Matt talking about.
Okay, I'm a little rusty.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
and
doing
I'll-
great.
I'll
Up,
also
up,
start
up,
by
down,
saying
down, down.
this is just one way to get
Screen
baby
share, I see
chicks. You can get baby chicks through your local farm store, maybe a chicken group that you're a part of, a lot of Facebook groups, even though you're not supposed to sell chicks or eggs. Sometimes you can.
I love the local.
Yeah.
Like if you, I mean, that's where I've gotten.
Where?
I've gotten them from local people. I've
Local
gotten them
people,
from
yeah.
Little Birdie Hatchery and Urban Chicken.
Yeah.
And you, Kristen.
Yeah.
And
Well, I am a first-rate chicken pusher.
yes.
you
So
are.
I'm glad you mentioned some disclaimers, which I definitely wanted to mention. Is what we're going to talk about today is just if you wanted to order the baby chicks online, but this is not the only
And
way.
actually, this is how the farm stores do it. When,
That is a good
when the
point.
farm stores get baby chicks, they just are volume ordering.
Yep.
And they get them in on a weekly basis in the spring, and you go in and pick out which ones you want. Same with Tractor Supply.
Right.
You know, they're doing the same thing that we're
Yes.
doing right now.
Right. And that's, I mean, the ones that I get it from are also ordering them, but I don't
Right,
have to
right.
deal with picking them up
Right.
in the mail. I go and I pick
Right.
them up in person.
Right.
All right. So I want to start off also saying that Murray McMurray's not paying for this.
We wish
even
they were.
Even though that'd be nice to have a
can.
sponsor, especially if we can start giving away things they'll donate. But Murray McMurray is one of the most popular hatcheries. And I've ordered a lot of baby chicks from Murray McMurray. They do a great job. I also wanted to make sure, and we'll talk about them. My absolute favorite breed, I love to order them from this company called Hatchery, the Silver Lace Cochin. I don't know what breeder they're getting their babies from, but my gosh, are they absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, we got Hoover's, which I've never used.
Yeah,
but
a lot
I'm
of our fans have mentioned that. That's why I brought that one up.
awesome. And then there's another one called Ideal, I think, out of Texas.
Ideal's out of Texas. That's Urban Chicken gets theirs from Ideal.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
So there's multiple websites.
And there's probably more than
There's Mount Healthy Hatchery. I think, too.
there's a lot others, but I didn't get them all up. But
Yeah, that's-
I also like that the fact that they're not, some chickens like you were mentioning are not available at every hatchery. Like you said, the Silver Lace Cochin seems to be something that's kind of exclusive to Whelp. Is that correct?
Yeah, and then you'll notice that their policies are different. Some hatcheries will ship small orders, and a lot of them are moving that way for the backyard chicken enthusiast. So I think Whelp at one time had.
Okay, can you bring up Ecamm Live? So this is good what you're saying, but bring up back to us. I don't want to bore people with the website here real quick, so we're gonna have to bounce back and forth. Go on. What were you about to say?
No, just their policies are different. I think Whelp had some. I don't know if they still are, and we can look at it. But at one time, you had to order like 5 of the same one or something.
I'm going
I
to
don't
check that
know.
out. Talk amongst yourselves.
So
Yeah. So there, but a lot of these places now have small orders.
okay, so what I want to do is go in there, and I'm gonna do what I would normally do, regardless of the show, and figure out what baby chicks we're gonna order, how many, and from where. And I guess we're just gonna speak out loud our thought process. But I did want to start with something I always love to tell people: is with Murray McMurray, they are a very large hatchery. Most people, I'm sure, have heard of them. One of the things I used to, not sure how I feel about this year, is their catalog. So I would always tell people, go to Murray McMurray, at least request their free catalog. And they have always done a great job with their catalog. I'm not happy with this year.
Why? What's your beef, man?
For beginners, and maybe I'm just being a whatever, feel this thing. Why is it so weird feeling? Is this maybe, and I'm sure it's maybe a good reason. It's really waxy, weird feeling.
So it's
so
the actual
petty.
the texture of the catalog. You're protesting.
It's like got like a plasticky, waxy cover on it.
Right, and then
Oh my goodness. I'm glad I don't work for you. Oh, wait a minute, I do.
yeah. I know.
So, and then the other thing is, what I love about the catalog from Murray McMurray, it's great reading material, especially when you're sitting on the throne. You're like,
Yeah.
But they got rid of the illustrated hens.
Oh, I didn't really like those. The old fashioned
them.
like chicken paintings for the descriptions. Yeah, I want to see a real chicken.
Yeah, and it's nice to just to look through there to see the different characteristics. Whelp has a 25 chick minimum.
Yeah, and I
Murray
saw
McMurray
that
has-
Whelp wanted 5 of the same,
Yeah,
and if not, there was a fee.
yeah, and Murray McMurray has it at 25, but then from April you can do less, but they'll charge you a fee for that. Hoover's looks like it's a 15 baby chick minimum. So they're all different, and that's why you have to kind of do your due diligence.
All right, so let's jump back to the screen share, and I want to start at
one do
Murray
you want?
McMurray because I want to show people what goes on with if you're going to order baby chicks online, and talk about the advantages and disadvantages. And my goal before the show's over, it's already 12:50. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to it. And of course, I think is gonna put a max order on what I want to order. I like to order usually 100 at a time.
Oh my God!
Do you guys need any?
Whoa!
Well, do you
100?
need? Well, because we always have people that
Why so many?
I said usually.
Oh, what's your motto?
Because that reminds me. Be on the lookout for Who's Who in America from Marquee, I think they're called, a 150-year-old. Uh-oh.
So my mic's not on.
Turn it on.
You can walk over to Ingrid's because we can't hear you unless
we're
you're
in
over there.
trouble. Hold on.
It's fine. So my mic's not on, but I wanted to chime in. Nobody in their right mind with a average backyard flock needs 100 chicks.
I agree.
Nobody. Or 200 or 300 that I came home to one day a few years ago in my basement.
Whoa. Matt, you have a problem you want to talk about?
The problem I have is that her mic's not working, and then here comes Gus. See, now look what happens.
We've lost complete
Watch out for
control of the
Gus.
show.
Yep. We've had 300 baby chicks at one time, and now we have a monster
In the
dog.
basement.
Okay, listen. Can we get on with the show here, folks? Thank you. So that's not. Why is your mic not working? I was wondering why you've been so quiet.
Our coop size that will be out in the front yard at the new shop will be accommodating about 10 until another coop is built.
So you're telling me not to order any more than 25?
I'll compromise at 20.
Okay.
There's a minimum of 20. Well,
So no, this is
Final
fine because this
answer.
is going to make it that much more difficult. All right, here we go. Let's get started. So I was talking about the catalog. Again, I
All right,
typically
25. I'll take 5.
I typically like the catalog from Murray McMurray. Again, none of these websites are paying for us to promote this. We are just sharing with you our thoughts and experiences. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is go to all the baby chicks. And the thing that gets challenging is you get to
one
see
of each.
Oh my gosh, I do love when I'm not a fan of
I
roosters.
forgot I loved that one.
Here we go.
I did have one of those once. It was so nice.
Look at all the
Yeah,
wonderful.
I'll take that one and that one. Oh, and I had one like that. Its name was Rosetta. I want that one again.
I want a bantam cochin.
And we need another Francis.
Okay, so all baby chicks. Now they're going to be categorized, and you got to filter over here: standard size, bantams, individual breeds, or an assortment. They do love to do assortments. Sometimes they throw in a surprise bird.
Like a silky.
Oh gosh, silkies.
You know, is there a way to search by date available?
First available. Makes first available.
Of course, you would think of that, but that is a good question.
And
Because-
then, yeah, what does date details say?
They just give you.
I don't know.
Oh, availability. It's kind of hidden in there.
So,
All right,
but
yeah, they should have this chart more.
This is
accessible.
good. This is an improvement because before, when you're ordering, it's all about availability because you want to get the breeds you want all at the
Right.
same time. Can you mix baby chicks? Sure. I don't know where that cutoff point is. Can you take day old, 2 day old baby chicks and mix them in with week old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they
What
do
about?
that when they send them out?
Oh, no, they won't do that. But
Right.
at home in your brooder, you can.
Okay.
And again, space is very important, and the age difference shouldn't be too much.
So what is the first like I mean, does it depend on the hatchery? How like when the first available, or is it always like first week of March?
Oh, no, they're shipping now. I'm getting emails from Ideal with
Really?
yeah, they're shipping now.
All right. So here we go. This is one of my absolute favorites. Not my top, but so we're gonna go ahead and start. So add to wish list. So this is new. We got look it.
Yeah, those pictures.
I missed these in the catalogs. I'm sorry. Absolutely beautiful, but and beautiful eggs.
Oh, look, they're sold out.
Shut up.
Females sold out. What?
I'm done. That's it. I'm out. You
Prepare
We'll
for
see you next week.
disappointment.
We're gonna close
There-
the show now.
So there you go. This is unbelievable.
Look, it's January.
Oh, every year. How in the world are they sold out?
But they will get them back, and other places. will
I
have
feel like
them.
we should call them right
this,
now.
This really ends up being quite an endeavor to pick out your breeds and then to go online and find out, okay, they're sold out for the year. Now I got to go to a different hatchery, or
Blue Cochins.
Blue Cochins are out too. Oh my goodness.
See, there's so many deciding factors.
Everyone's following my list.
That's right. You put up a list of the most 50 most popular chickens.
Hold on. Can you get us back to EKM Live? There's something
Yes.
I wanted to do here real quick.
Sure.
That I just thought it'd be fun. So get us. Hold on. Actually, why is our picture-in-picture not coming up for the screen share? I think that would be good.
Oh. Then what?
We're a little out of practice.
Yeah, we are out of. I'm sorry.
So
So
out
I mean,
of practice.
already I have to get my mind wrapped around this. That we are already one of my top favorite breeds is sold out twice now. Maybe the third one. All right, here I'll just do it. All right,
Yeah,
so
you do it.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, we are definitely out of practice.
Can
Let's.
can you squish that?
I think we just have to add. You know what? We'll just get. Back
I
to
am
it.
really quite shocked, actually. You know, I thought, oh, we're so early on this, and those aren't rare breeds, really. I mean,
Very
those
popular.
are just
But
normal breeds.
perhaps at the end of the month they won't be sold out. You know, it could just be today's availability,
Well,
correct?
They typically when they do their calendar, you can see they're sold out through January. And
Well,
then
let's go back in there and look again.
I am so upset right now. Oh, okay. Now, this is another one. I love frizzles, and they only come in bantams, right? Again, here's the illustrations I'm talking about. I love it. We should get pictures of these and put them up on the walls here. And of course, bantams you can't sex. Okay, so there's availability.
Let's look. Okay, straight runs are available throughout the summer.
Yeah, but it says April. So does that
Wait,
mean
wait.
when they're going to the first that they can send
Yeah.
them is April?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, those are the hatch dates.
This is the pain of ordering online.
Wow.
This
So
They're
is
sold out till April?
Yeah. So
Okay, do Rhode Island Red, the like the basic of the base, you know, like the standard. Nothing fancy.
wait. There's one called Barbecue Special.
It's horrible. I know. I saw that. That's like their list of roaster chickens.
Well, okay, no, Barred Rocks.
Yeah.
Very, very popular.
Yes.
One
Same.
of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites. See?
January. Okay, so
Whoa.
two of what is this? Show all dates.
Yeah, that's weird. In May. So people are already ordering now to have them ship. Like you pay it ahead of time. So
Yes,
this
you
is all
do.
new to
Whoa.
me.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so am I reading this right? So if we wanted to have them by January 30th, if I want a female, not available. If I want a male, available.
Of course.
Purple, limited.
Oh, yes.
And of
yes,
course,
yes.
straight runs. If you're gonna order, oh my
even the
gosh,
straight runs are not available.
I feel like
So
we should-
when's the soonest you can get a female there? Oh, what was it? Next month?
this
March?
is so
I don't
frustrating.
know, Matt.
Wow. This may have something to do with the egg shortage.
Yeah.
People are
I-
snatching up the chickens.
Yep.
This is going to be like
Yep.
2020 all over again.
And I'll be honest with you, I love the Copper Moran.
Oh, I love
Look
it.
at these eggs.
Yeah, mine don't look anything like that. I have my chickens are all defective.
Sold
in
out.
some way.
Just plain sold out.
Just plain sold out.
What about the
females.
availability
Yeah, go.
availability chart?
Yeah, so he's going to click down in there and.
You got a lot of males available. That's what it is.
And females.
Females are sold out.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't know we were supposed to do this show back in November.
Whoa.
All right, you want to check a different?
We're getting there. I'm
gonna pull up the
It's not like anybody
the farm
has to-
store. I
Remember Lakenvelders? Oh my
we
gosh,
had a
folks.
bad experience with them.
Oh, these chickens are
They're,
crazy.
like totally feral.
They
Yeah.
are. I swear, the bigger the tail on a chicken, the more feral and wild they're going to be.
Okay.
They are just so flighty. I'm sure I'm wrong on that statement.
I think it was a bad
Ooh,
batch.
look at that Orpington.
I'm not
Lavender
ready to swear 'em
Orpington.
off.
Go up, scroll up. No.
Go ahead, take it.
right,
I am so upset right now.
So this is
Lavenders.
I am shocked, actually.
Sold out.
Oh my gosh.
Do
one of
we
my-
need to?
I
Can we call?
I need to start hoarding chickens.
Can we? You're not kidding. Can we call Murray McMurray right now? Can we call and get them on the air and ask them what's going on?
Oh, you know
don't
what?
know.
If they
Can
had to cull for any reasons like avian flu,
Right, so they
they
did-
lost their breeders.
All right, let's go to Whelp.
All right, let's go to
Now let's see how soon we're about to end this
So
show
this is
because
the, poultry. Okay. So let's go to
my
home.
absolute favorite breed, and my favorite breed has a lot to do with because of this because of Whelp and this breeder. I have never seen a booted breed so booted, meaning
I
the
don't
feathers
even-
on their feet they look like giant snowshoes.
Flash
so
sale.
I don't know. Okay,
Their
all right,
website is
here we go.
kind of
Here we go.
like not-
Poultry.
All right.
What is this?
That's what I mean. It's like it's not intuitive. Like I don't know.
Oh,
It's
Ingrid's yes. You have designed the world's best
I
website.
don't know about that, but I mean, if I have troubles on websites, that's telling you something. Like that, they should have it like right there, like order now. But maybe they don't.
All right,
have
let's
that.
see. So the other thing I noticed about with Murray McMurray is the variety of different breeds.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I also want to mention too, I've bought, baby chicks from Murray, Whelp, Ideal, and there's another one that's I can't remember, but the customer service has always been phenomenal with
Yeah.
all these hatcheries.
They're wonderful businesses.
you really can't go wrong in my
All right,
opinion.
look at the Plymouth Rock on Whelp since we're here. Go to Plymouth Rock female. There we go. See what we got going on here. I know that the
I wonder if our viewers are chiming in right now in their comments going, you guys are so late on this. We all know this. Wow.
No, but so like a lot of the different, I don't know if Tractor Supply does this, but like for the smaller hatcheries that I get them from, they will give you a list. Like Urban Chicken here in Raleigh will give you a list and say this is what we have available, like March, February, whatever, and they give you the breeds. What
Right.
happened
I
with-
just looked on my phone for one of those, and it wasn't available for the farm store yet.
And I don't know what's going on with their website. It is running
Yeah,
very
it's-
slow.
we
I'm
have-
losing
That's because of
patience.
all the people that rushed in there before us, snatch
No,
up the
but
birds.
We had a problem with their I think they have something with their SSL certificate, quite frankly.
Oh, all right, go to
I'm
Hoover's.
gonna go to Hoover because this was. Oh,
I just
look at
wanted to
the
check out-
lavender Orpingtons.
This
Okay,
is unbelievable.
Shop now. That's what you need. A shop now. That's how you do a website. Baby chicks. Shop now.
Geese, ducks. I want to get ducks too.
Yeah. Okay. Don't. Non's gonna come storming.
I
back
can't
in
believe
here.
her mic's not working. I was really looking forward to hearing all her comments on this.
Here's another barbecue.
Isn't that
special.
convenient?
Hatchery choice. So they're grouping these. This is interesting. So all right, let's go to Board Rock just for comparison, since that's the one. We
Yeah, it said.
tried. So you can get them here. Next available ship date January 18th. So there you go.
Well, we don't know if that's male or female though.
Fun.
Female.
Oh, okay.
And fun fact: is it not the barred rock if they have the white spot? That's a female.
Yeah, they're easy to say.
Okay, so let's see if they have my favorite breed.
Yeah, load more. Ugh, I hate that.
They're not in alphabetical order, are they?
No, but I didn't filter by any way. You can do like more exotic. You can do brown. You can do rare breeds. So
I just want all.
That is
why can't it just be
interesting.
all?
You sorted by available, so these are the available ones.
yeah, because I said shop now.
So that's a decent selection.
It absolutely is. Speckled Sussex is another nice one. We love those. That's available. All right, you're scrolling and there's no noise, and we also do a podcast, so.
Oh,
This is where you edit out the pausing.
No, I'm
No.
not. I'm not editing. I don't have time for that, my friend.
Well, someone can. What do you mean no?
I don't have time to go through this entire show and edit it.
All right. What are you doing?
I was going to go
Is
back.
this just turned into a complete bust?
No, if you go to, I'm just looking at our lovely fans.
So again, if you guys aren't watching, yeah, Ingrid has taken over the mile. She has hijacked it. All I wanted to do is go on and order baby chicks. I'll bet you know what may have happened is, well, yeah, there's the potential avian shortage, but that shouldn't stop unless they had to call all the adults to lay
yeah,
the
the breeders.
They're calling the breeders?
Yeah, you have to cull all of them if you have.
Oh, I
avian
thought you meant the
flu.
actual human beings that are breeding the. Sorry.
Oh no, I meant the
I am
hens.
so upset right now. So, but I also wonder too. Do me a favor.
Yes.
I would like to bring up, and this is a nice plug for us local people in North Carolina, Pittsburgh feed. Out
Oh,
in,
I just looked at it. They don't have it online yet.
Wow, this is scary.
Oh,
Is
they
there-
don't have their they
list?
usually post their list
Their
with all the
list.
dates,
Yeah.
Why is it not up yet?
I don't know.
Oh boy, I feel like
It is a little early. I mean, they usually start selling in February.
Yeah,
But
the local stores, because they're getting them from the hatcheries, correct? So they're
Right.
getting them from the hatcheries. So they probably put their order in. They're going to get shipped end of January. So probably by February, or end of January, February, they're going to put it up there.
they have a weekly, they publish lists. I would say most farm stores in America have baby chicks in the spring. And, they usually publish a list, or you can ask for the list because they know ahead of time what breeds are coming which weeks.
All right,
So
okay.
And if you are going to your local farm store, make sure you get there the day they arrive. That is pretty key. Sometimes there's a line at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Why is it better to get there the day they arrive?
Because they sell out.
And they also get mixed into different bins.
Well, that's at Tractor Supply. They're
oh
yeah,
dear, no,
they're,
I got a call from them.
So that's the other thing too I've noticed. So I know that like Urban Chicken, I keep mentioning Urban Chicken. That's a small farm store here in Raleigh, and just like what it sounds, it's in the city limits. But oh, they're so beautiful. But they're 90% guaranteed sexed female. So there's
Sold out. Unbelievable. Okay, hold on a minute, real quick. All right, we need to do something. Can you go back to? I hid our icons at the bottom. Go back to Ecamm, please. We just broke 100, so thank you, everyone. We have over 100 people now at the show live. We are live right now, Friday the 13th, 2023. We are back. Today's show, we were hoping to order baby chicks.
but apparently we're late to the
We're
party.
late. Wow, shocker. I have never seen these breeds sold out this early. We need to call these hatcheries and find out what's going
Why
on.
don't do you have your phone there? Why don't you call them right now and put them on speakerphone?
he doesn't have the patience for that.
I'll give you the number. Hang on. Let me find out.
I feel so naughty doing this. Are we sure? We should call. Let's call them.
It says call me now.
Do it. All right, I see the number. 515. I wish I could bring them on the show.
Well, just tell them you're on a live show.
I got this.
You know, it's not your first rodeo.
All right, so thank you.
Thank you for calling McMurray Hatchery. To continue in English, press 1.
Sorry about my little cough.
If you know the extension you wish to reach, you may enter it at any time. Otherwise, please listen carefully to the following.
I'm already losing my patience.
See?
For placing an order or to speak to a customer service representative, press 0. To check the status of an existing order, the current hold time is approximately 50 minutes.
50 minutes! Oh my goodness, something crazy is going on.
Representatives call you back. Your call will be returned in the order in which...
50 minutes.
I'm sorry, I gotta go. I gotta go buy some chickens. Whoa!
Apparently, I didn't do a lot of prep for this show.
Whoa! This is insane.
What is
Talk about
happening?
live drama.
I know.
What is the world coming to?
So yes, folks, we were gonna order baby
I gotta
chicks
get a
today.
rooster.
And as always, I just love to be spontaneous live with you guys, share our moments. I had no idea. I was looking forward to this because we wanted to do segments in season 3 here at Video Chicken.
Yes.
And we can't even get through the first segment up.
We wanted to, take you through being a chicken owner
Yes.
from start to finish, and that's like ordering chicks,
Wow.
brooding chicks, setting up your coop,
50
maintaining
minutes.
your
All right,
coop.
let's try another one. Do you guys mind that out there? Let's call
wow.
another one real quick. Ingrid, it was a fabulous
This is
idea.
going to be an interesting chick season.
I think we have to do a show next
Do
week.
you want to
and
call Whelp?
I would love to call Whelp.
Because you love them.
were
I
they
love
sold
them.
out? They were, yeah.
I couldn't. Ingrid hijacked the mouse from me. I couldn't get to them quick enough. But here we go. We are going to call whelphatchery.com. Oh, wait, speaker.
There we go.
The number you have called has been changed. To reach American Energy, please call toll free 1
What'd they say?
888
To reach what? Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Is this happening right now? Folks, I promise you we are
How
not
hard
making this
is
up.
it?
Now it's personal. All right, Ingrid, I need the mouse.
Go.
Hold on.
I was writing the number down.
Did
but
you dial it right?
But no,
Oh,
it's
okay.
888.
Okay.
It's 8427.
Whoa,
but
hold on.
missed
Did I
other
call the
part.
wrong number? You might be right. I absolutely did. Good call.
It was a misdial?
Fat fingers. 458 4473. Here we go.
Thank you for calling Whelp Hatchery, a division of International Poultry Breeders Hatchery. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. For retail sales and sales support, press 1. To leave a voicemail and have a member of our team return your call, please press.
How do we get back to eCam here?
You are on eCam. You are on it.
Oh, all right. And I love it. Our hold music is so cool.
And we don't have computer voice. We have an actual voice. It's so much
We have a
nicer.
real person. You call Carolina Coops, you have a real person. I think that's awesome. I hope everyone that calls appreciates that. All right, let's get to the comments while we're on hold. The last thing you want to do is
Cackle Hatchery was another one we forgot about. That's right. John.
Yeah, there's Whelp and Cackle.
I forgot about Cackle. He's right.
No, I'm not Whelp. Meyer in Ohio.
Right.
Meyer. That was it.
And what I do recommend starting with a hatchery that is closer to you geographically. So they may have less time in the mail.
So Dee, who wants you to come out to Colorado to put together her coop, has ordered 48 chicks. I wonder if her timing might have been
Yeah, Dee, when did you order?
because
Wait, somebody else said had to call Murray.
I'm sorry, where was that?
I am
Daniel-
lightheaded right now.
McMurray
in such
lost a lot of
disbelief.
their flock to the flu. McMurray, so people are.
Oh, so that's what happened to McMurray.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, E. Stormy ordered in November for an April delivery.
Wow. I didn't even know these were options.
So we've got a nice audience here that's doing some background info.
Yeah, I told you.
for
They're in
us.
the comments.
Yeah,
They're like, wow, Carolina Coops, you are so behind the ball again. Wow.
Let's see. So,
I'll be honest with you, I'm
she
starting to become
ordered-
embarrassed.
She E Stormy ordered in October, and she paid full, which is what you have to do if you're going to do it.
Best
right?
breeds that lay into the winter.
That's more of, I think. Well, it's breed and age.
External manipulation.
No,
And age will have something to do with it.
I
but-
always find the first year. So if you hatch in June, they won't lay till like January, February, but they'll lay through the next winter. That's been my experience.
Yeah, mine too.
But then after that, you'll get maybe after like 2 years or so, they will not. They say Hoover's has lots of chicks.
Hello? Check, 1, 2. Hello? Did we lose them?
Maybe their music is just resetting. They have to.
Thank you for calling Whelp Hatcheries. This is Tamara. How may I assist?
Hi, my name is Matt, and you're actually live on a show right now, and I'm hoping I reach customer service at whelphatchery.com. This is not a joke, I promise. It's okay. Are you there? Uh-oh. If you can hear me and you're like, oh gosh, do I hang up? Do I not hang up? We're a chicken show, and we're actually live, and we have a bunch of people, and we were actually talking about your website, and we're hoping to talk to someone in customer service about ordering baby chicks. Did I just get ghosted?
Well, I guess
This is unreal right now.
yeah,
Hello?
they didn't-
Maybe she forwarded me to someone else. Hello?
No, I think she hung up on you.
I am nauseous. I am lightheaded. I am in apps. I'm not kidding right now. This is unbelievable.
Shop by hatch date. I'm going to Meyer.
Meyer, yes. Meyer, I feel bad. I forgot about them. Another
I
great
know.
one. Ah, jeez.
I'm gonna look.
Can you believe that? If someone would have called Carolina Coops, be like, yo, you're live on a show.
Oh my God, look at this one. So cute.
Oh, the Samani. We should do a coop, all black coop.
The goth coop.
The goth coop. Oh, I love it. They're going to drink coffee and be goth. We got some homework to do, folks. I apologize.
So even this one, for instance, on Meyer, I'm sorry. No,
it's all right.
That looks
this is
good.
An Easter egger. It's adorable.
I'll
It's got
take
the
that.
I know, but there's none. If you click on in their website, if you get in there for availability, you can see all the zeros.
Show more.
We might need to. You know what this
You gotta wait
means?
till- April. You can do it in April.
You know what this means?
Yeah, but it's January. That's 4 months out.
That's okay. That's when you should be getting.
No, I
them.
know, but I really thought we were maybe even too early. But
I know.
Hello, folks. You know what this means?
What?
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you talking?
There you go. Wait a minute. What is that? What are those prices? This means a hen. I'll never forget you telling me one day a chicken is going to be worth more than a pair of diamond earrings. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Because Non likes things that sparkle. And
I think I said gold, but
it's going to happen. The price of available. We might need to add to our business here. I think we're going to get into chicken breeding.
Someone suggested that. They asked how big the basement was.
It was big, and then I finished it.
Here's a frizzle Easter egger, and yes, the price is
Frizzle Easter egger now. Are you people out of your mind?
wait, why are those chicks $91?
the opal leg bar. I've never heard of an opal leg bar. I guess it's because it's the coloring.
And it's sold out? That's not even a pretty chicken.
Oh boy, you got those are fighting words.
Yeah, I'm not a huge.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you like an Americana.
Oh yeah, they're adorable.
This means laying hens are going to go through the roof. The cost of them.
Blue Orpington.
This is actually very scary. What we're witnessing right now. What does this mean for the egg farmers? Okay.
I have a great idea.
Love it. Come to the mic. Come to the mic.
mic,
Come
yeah.
to the mic. Hold on. Go back to Ecam. Go back to Ecam. Not yet. Go back to Ecam. I got to raise this screen. This is Non, everyone. Nonner, come on in.
Hello.
Hi.
I know it's odd, right?
So I have a great idea. We should
Talking to the mic.
We should do squares for how much everybody thinks the peasant chickens in your local feed stores are going to cost in the next month or two.
Oh yeah, they're usually pretty cheap. They're usually like $3.
We're gonna
maybe
start
$4.
gambling on the cost of chickens.
For entertainment purposes.
All right, so that's Non, everyone. So your mic is not working. That stinks. All right, it is 1:18. We are live. Thank you, everyone that came here. And we lost about 30 people, but I apologize. I am in disbelief, but I am happy to be back. We got,
Ducks.
huh?
Are ducks available?
Well, that's a good question.
All right, I'll go look.
We
Ooh.
can do duck stuff.
We can do duck stuff.
We need to do
Quail?
some experiments on some duck stuff
Look at
too.
my silver lace cochins.
People would just have a pond for their ducks so ducks can do duck stuff. Then
All right, let's do the Cayugas, an upstate New York favorite.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, whatever. I was just trying to add.
No, let's do an egg laying duck.
Cayugas are not egg laying?
Isn't
How do they
Isn't
reproduce?
it Cayuga?
What did I say?
Cayuga?
No, it's Cayuga.
All right.
Let's do a the Khaki Campbell is the #1 egg laying duck. There
Not
it
the
is.
Welch, whatever it's called.
So you can,
Is this
you
the
can get
Khaki
these.
Campbell?
Yes.
Well, people use those for comedy.
Hold on. What are we looking at right now?
Those are runners.
Because people don't see. Again, we're
I
not sharing
know,
our
I'm
screen.
gonna
Oh,
share the
okay,
screen.
sorry.
I'm sorry. There's a lot going on, and
My
some-
mind
starting
is
to
just blown.
sweat.
and some
Dude,
people
seriously.
might have to go to the bathroom. So
Yeah,
there's all sorts of things.
I'm
can take
just
a break,
thinking
I know.
my chickens are unsupervised right now.
I was actually going to mention that because I see people now on guard guarding. It's going to happen. You're going to have to
I
guard
have
your.
a friend who lost all of their chickens disappeared over the last week.
What?
Yeah. And I just chalked it up to, that person must just have poor security.
So-
predator-wise, but they disappeared during the day.
Ducks. We got ducks.
Ducks are look
Is
like
this
available.
why we're getting so many calls for duck houses?
Yeah, can you check the khaki Campbells, though?
Yes.
Like the egg duck.
That is. Oh,
Oh,
no.
those are runners.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, what's a runner? A duck
They're
that just
the
runs?
ducks
It's
that
just a
run
breed.
like
They all run.
they look
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're standing up
Oh,
straight like
yeah.
people.
I
People.
thought
I mean,
did do.
they're kind of
Oh,
cute.
Are these cat? Oh,
Yeah,
see,
those are it.
I went to the wrong
Oh
thing.
yeah, because they're. It's hard to tell what you're clicking on.
All right, let me.
This is why we've been getting so many calls for duck houses. We need to be prepared.
All right. So they're all available. So you can get khaki Campbells.
Oh, starting in April.
Well, January. Available.
Oh, available. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the red is not available. So if you click on there, so
So avian flu does not affect ducks.
I don't think that's the case. I think what waterfowl becomes the carrier. They become the wet paint. Remember when they were talking about? So
Right. And they're like, yeah, okay.
So
oh, that's right.
it-
Especially the migratory aquatic birds.
And another issue with ducks is they honk, and the females are noisy.
The noisy ones, not the males.
I really found in my backyard that they were a bit too noisy.
They're ducks. Yeah, they're messy, they're noisy, but my God, I in my opinion, my favorite eggs.
yeah,
I mean-
the eggs are so good.
All right, folks. Let's get to the comments. Geesh, what a bust. I am
Yeah,
sorry.
We'll have to have a show note. I'm going to start calling the local farm stores. I've seen.
Let's see if we can get some representatives on the phone, and we'll schedule to just have a quick interview because I want to ask them what's going on.
Okay. I'll
Well,
see if I
some
can...
people. One person said McMurray was hit with the avian flu thing.
But we can ask them. We can interview, see how they're dealing with it, how they're,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm assuming our listeners would love to hear that. I gotta imagine people are wondering what the world's going on. I just love to go right to the source.
So Ben asked, you've said it before, but I don't remember. How far can you spread the chicks out for the ones coming in at different dates?
You can easily do a week. 2 weeks gets a little more difficult when the young ones are brand new. It's not a big deal after a week or two.
Okay.
Then they're all equal.
Kathy Stark says, question about what we can do about one hen who is eating eggs. Our hen house is patterned after a Carolina coop. I don't see how it would be possible to use a rollaway nest box. Any ideas?
Eating eggs is a very serious matter because it is contagious. Once the others start seeing what is in those eggs that they just laid, then they all start eating them. So if you can identify who is eating your eggs, I would isolate that hen immediately. Some people cull egg eaters. I mean, it is that serious. I'm not saying that you need to do that, but it is a very serious matter.
Yeah. You can try also putting, being diligent about taking the egg
Yes.
out and then putting like a wooden egg or something in there where you kind of break them of the habit. It's, it's kind of like why I put Red Army Men in my strawberry patch. So the squirrels go there, they're attracted to it, and then they realize these aren't edible, and hopefully they'll leave it alone.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
I
That's
do.
so smart.
All right, where were you? Because there was something I wanted to talk about real quick.
Well, if you're going to take the mouse, then you can't expect order, okay?
That's her job, Matt.
I know.
So, there's so many.
No, stop.
Just breathe, Matt. Your world is crashing in right now.
See, I already got to these comments, so don't read on the air because nobody wants to watch you read. What she's doing right now. And Dee also says, can she get 2 American coops put together?
All right, slow down. It was right in here. All right. Yes. Anything's possible. Question. I know you said it before, but I don't
We
remember.
also
you already
sell
answered that, sorry.
run onlys. I mean, if you want to add just a run.
Right, so you can have an American coop and you can have, you can extend the run.
Right.
You can get an 8x American coop, which is nice and wide, or a Carolina. Yes. So.
I'm in such disbelief right now with everything. But whenever there's a problem, we got to come up with a solution. And there's going to be other people that must be coming up with a solution. I'm really curious. What is going on? What are the solutions? And what does this mean for the future?
I think, I'm just going to take a stab at it. People who have backyard flocks and they have a rooster, all of those eggs are fertilized and can be hatched. I mean, if there really came down to a chick shortage, which is why I kept my rooster during 2020 when there was a chick shortage.
It's not guaranteed that they're all fertilized, though, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
I just want to be clear.
like, there's a lot of people in America with a rooster. And all of those, we could start hatching eggs. Even if they're not pure breeds, they make good pets.
Oh, they totally do.
Yeah.
The Scottish Wild
And-
mental note equals November for ordering chicks.
Mm-hmm.
So people ordered, like,
She thought we were PETA.
we don't.
That's
Well,
1:30. We're gonna do this next
We
week.
don't know that. We don't.
I know, but
I think the whole you're on the air type of thing
Right.
freaked her out. But we have to be.
Actually, that's right. They're probably.
I have a tendency to do that to people too. Like just trust me.
Yeah.
Have you thought about hiring a guy who travels to help a homeowner build a Carolina coop since white glove service is more money? We have, and we've actually have talked about doing that as another department and doing a show of it. Absolutely.
Yeah, we also don't. I mean, we don't like to contract out like the building of our coops because we take our building very seriously.
Yeah.
So we stand behind our building, and we just don't want just anybody. So that's not as easy of a task as you might think.
Yeah, and I think they're saying that maybe just sending out a consultant or somebody who knows the product to kind of help.
I love it. There's people about getting me to almost hit that golden bell. There's some good comments here.
You should.
No, and I'm the only one from now on. You understand? Season 3, I'm the only one that's allowed to ring that bell.
I like to break the rules.
Oh, you are so bad. She must be chicken. That's funny. That's funny. Who is that? Hung up. I will not be using them. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Whelp
it's because
is great.
he said that she was on the air. So.
Gosh.
So people ordered early, it seems.
All right. So, okay. I got a lot to think about. It is 1:26. We'll do a hard stop at 1:30. Guys, thank you for joining us today. I'm so glad our audience came back and we broke 100. That is awesome. We will be back. Are we going to do a show next week?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. I'm
I
asking
can.
anyone. Yeah. You are around, Miss Vacation every day. Ingrid?
I didn't realize I ever had choices in these.
No, you do not.
I don't understand.
So we'll come back next week, and we got to do a part 2 to this because this is crazy.
Yes.
Scottish Wildman says chickens will be worth more than Bitcoin shortly. I think they already are worth more than Bitcoin if you've seen what happened to Bitcoin.
I'm being serious. This is some serious stuff that we're talking about here.
But this is what you talk about with the domino effect as well.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
I mean, just like you said with the building of the coops and changing things in a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
So the eggs being in short supply, chickens being in short supply, avian flu, feed costs, all the stuff trickles down, and then it makes the demand much higher, kind of like how...
Do baby chicks, if they make it to these farm stores like Tractor Supply and these other places, I can't imagine what the price is going to be.
Yeah, you laughed at me because I had a chick. She didn't make it. It was after a day, but I spent $22 on a Splash Moran, and it's like people think that's crazy to spend on a baby chick, but it's like now these prices on a lot of these different things.
I never laughed at you. I don't even recall that.
All right, maybe you didn't. Maybe it was someone else.
Thank you.
That looked like you.
Nobody looks like Matt. He's one of a kind.
Right. And Dixie, yeah, I get it. We have talked about it, and it's just when you're on the road, it still comes with a hefty price tag. At the end of the day, what we have learned, and the people that have gone down this path, you actually save the most money by just buying one of our coops from us and putting it together yourself. So, but again, I appreciate the thoughts and ideas there.
That's regarding having somebody help build your coops.
Yeah. I think we need to start breeding chickens.
Yeah, let's see how your better half thinks about that.
Yeah, let's. Why don't you get a rooster here?
And also I want to mention we have a new shop pet that's going to be here soon. Completely off topic. I've been getting updates on him. We don't have a name for him yet. Maybe next week. I didn't tell you. Ingrid's like, I'm the last to know everything.
We're getting a kitten.
Oh.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, Ingrid is not a cat person.
That's not true.
And
he's not true. See, you don't know anything about me. I love cats. I'm an everything animal person.
Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Whatever,
I used to have a cat. I had a calico.
We have a new shop. Oh, I love calicos. We have a new shop kitty coming. Had to go out to Tulsa, Oklahoma
Why?
because he's the one I liked.
Oh my God.
His father. Is that wrong?
He's
Yes.
a large breed cat.
I don't. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I
Matt
can't
likes
make- I
his
can't-
Matt likes his pets big.
Can't do anything right ever.
No, it's just that there's so. I mean, anybody that works in the shelter system, there's kittens everywhere that
Oh
need
yeah,
homes.
yeah. And there's a lot of people that can go get them if that's what they want. I know what I want, and that's what I go get. Wow, what a piss on my baby. We'll name the kitten Pissy.
Wait, Lexi just said I looked on Tractor Supply, and for 10 Wyandottes it'll cost $320.
I'm telling you. See, I'm not crazy. This is.
Wait, that's $32 for a standard Wyandotte. Or I don't know which kind of Wyandotte it is actually, but
Next week I will bring up if you guys like cats, I'll bring up a video of the kitten.
it's one of those giant cats.
We cannot settle on the name yet.
Maine Coon?
Yeah,
It is a Maine
one of those
Coon.
huge ones.
But I went extra special because his father is gigantic and his mother is a big cat. So I was really shooting for a large feline to run the quality tests of our catios that I hope to do soon. So it's been a dream of mine to own a Maine Coon. And the reason why I love Maine Coons is I love dogs, and they're very dog-like. They don't freak out like regular cats do. Maine Coons love people. They love water.
Oh, I can have a cat on my lap
Oh,
during the
dear
show.
Lord. Well, who
During the
knows?
show, I can have a cat.
Yes, Cody. Yeah, so yeah, and everyone I talk to that has Maine Coons, they absolutely love them.
Oh,
so
they're amazing. I love them, but I'm just, me. I'm always, my first choice is always try to find a rescue.
I can't wait when we have our farm, Ingrid. One of my goals is to actually start our own. I love when dogs are in a pack. Okay, I love when animals are acting as natural as possible. And I just love it. You see all the socialization that goes on between dogs, and it's just amazing. So that is my dream one day, but we can't have a pack of dogs yet. But that is coming, and I agree with what Ingrid's saying. So
Tractor Supply is $32 and up.
Wow. All right. Well, we're going to have to do a little bit more show prep.
hold on. Miguel says, I hate when people insist on getting adoption only. I'm not sure what that means, but that's interesting.
That's an opinion.
I love to hear people's opinions.
Well, you see, here's my thing, and I'll say this once. No.
Please.
So
do it.
We are the humans are the ones that created the problem with overpopulation of animals. And I just feel, in my personal opinion, I understand people want what they want, and that's great. And I'm not saying you can never buy a dog or a cat. I'm just saying that we created the problem. We should be part of the solution, and we shouldn't just dismiss animals that are in a shelter or a rescue. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be the only option, but I think it should be a much more prominent option.
I don't disagree at all.
Okay.
But I also
As a
think
human
people
being.
should have a right to choose what is best for them.
I know. I agree.
And I do believe in prevention. And us humans screw up so many things.
Right. And we're the one that caused the homeless animals situation, not the animals. So we have a responsibility to be a part of the solution and not just continually just buy and dump animals. Even though you wouldn't do that. You would buy your animal and give it a loving home.
And Dixie says Ingrid is correct. Yeah, I agree. Geez, I didn't know people were going to shoot me. I was kind of excited about the new shop.
I'm very excited about having a cat here. I am
Thank
allergic
you.
to cats, but I love them and I've had them. And
Is that going to be a problem?
no.
Okay.
No, it's never a problem.
Okay.
I had a cat. I was highly allergic to it, and I had a cat. So
All right, so back to the chicken side of things. We will see you next week. I guess we're going to do a part 2. We're going to try to get to the bottom of this. Maybe have a couple people on here, but we got to figure out what we're going to do for baby chicks.
This was eye-opening.
Yeah, absolutely.
And shocking.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Yeah, they're like, yeah, no, Matt, where have you been?
I know. I feel like we were late to the party.
Yeah, wow.
I had no.
Oh, and Matt did try Maine Coon rescues, and a lot of them were scams.
Big time.
Yeah, that's sad.
Thank you. I forgot about that. You are exactly right.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, we both tried, and
So
they
many
were all
scams.
scams. Like, pay us first to this undisclosed Gmail.
Never.
And,
Yeah.
That's why.
And then you'll get a picture.
And that's why I went out to Tulsa.
Yeah, this is the sad thing is that it's surprising that you wouldn't go to Maine, but there is a lot of pet adoption scams out there, especially on Craigslist and things like that. So people definitely do your due diligence, whether you're buying an animal from a breeder or not.
Yeah.
Dixie, thank you for asking. wasn't going to bring it up unless someone asked, and I'm actually glad you did. And I thought it was important. My dad is doing much better. I know the last time I was on the show, the reason why we had to take the hiatus is I needed to get out to Texas, that my father was not doing well, and there was a chance he was not going to make it out of the hospital. Thank God he did and is doing extremely well. He does have cancer, so there's no getting away from that. It has spread to his brain. But I tell you, I had such a great time getting out there. When I walked into his hospital room, and I wish you guys that know my dad are going to appreciate this, but I walk into his hospital room. Here, this man's got stage 4 cancer, has pneumonia, has flu. What is he doing? And getting a breathing treatment with a nebulizer. He's got his Oculus VR headset on playing VR poker. That's my dad. He is just one in a billion men. And I tell you, it was something, but he's doing well. He is home where he wants to be. He is happy. And the doctors and nurses are very happy with his progress, I guess you could say. And his lungs are cleared up and he's doing better than ever, where I'm hoping it's very, very risky because of the oxygen situation. He definitely wants to come back and see the shop. He has not been here for a while, but I appreciate you asking, and he is doing well.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for the update.
Yes. All the prayers, all the positive vibes. We definitely could use it. And yeah, I couldn't be happier right now. And it was a hell of a ride. The month we were out there, which I wish I could get into my personal life, but no one wants to hear my personal life. But oh my God, could I start a freaking movie? But to see a man, and maybe this is natural, maybe this is what we do as human beings. No one wants to die. I don't think so. And I know my dad doesn't want to die. But to see a man say, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's my dad. He's so fucking strong and so smart. And to say, man, I'm ready. But I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not giving up.
No, we're never ready.
Oh, God. But
hang on a minute.
I was just, again, at 44 years old, just so proud of my father. And how lucky I am to have him. But anyways, all right, guys, I got to go. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Take care of each other and your chickens.
Yeah.
Your chickens.
Hopefully, if you can get them. Hopefully, you can find them.
Everybody. Okay.